Hi there. The Battle of Stalingrad was the bloodiest battle in history. It was fought between Germany and the Soviet Union in World War II. It lasted nearly 6 months and, depending on who you ask, resulted in the deaths of between 1 to 2.5 million people, with hundreds of thousands more injured. It was a devastating blow to both sides involved, but marked the beginning of the end for Hitler's war machine. Today, we're going to learn more about this battle, its significance, and maybe a funny story or two that came from it. Up until Operation Barbarossa in 1941, Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union had kind of been friends with benefits. They weren't necessarily allies, but they weren't not allies. It was kind of a you don't kill us, we won't kill you type situation. But both sides knew that this agreement wouldn't last forever, and it didn't. And when it broke, it didn't exactly make Hitler look like a genius. And this battle was the epitome of Hitler being an idiot. After invading the Soviet Union in 1941 and steamrolling through the western part of the nation, Hitler had the option to go straight for Moscow, but he instead decided to focus on the city of Stalingrad. This was done in part to cut off Soviet supplies and claim oil fields in the region, and partly as a way to bite at the city named after the Soviet leader. This battle was crucial simply because of how deadly it was. The sheer number of casualties on both sides impacted the rest of the war for Germany and the Soviet Union alike. The battle becoming so intense that it's said that one Soviet commander lost his false teeth while shouting orders at his troops, found them in the mud, and stuck them back in. What a man. The battle began with a massive combined German, Italian, and Romanian offensive that quickly overran much of the city, arriving in the city center by mid-September. However, these quick victories were soon halted by the resolve of the Red Army. At this point, the battle turned into a meat-grinding standstill. Thousands died daily for nearly no land gained. The story goes that at one point, the German army dropped propaganda leaflets that promised the Russians warm baths and full stomachs if they surrendered. In response, the Russians dropped their own leaflets to their soldiers that said, "Soldiers of the Red Army, don't worry about a thing. All our warm baths and full stomachs are reserved for our dear guests, Hitler's troops," marking the coldest clapback since Henry VIII created an entire religion just to dump his wife. The resilience of the Red Army was nothing to mess with. In September, a small group of Soviet soldiers took over an apartment building which has since been dubbed Pavlov's House, and held it for more than 60 days. More German soldiers died trying to take back this apartment complex than died in the entire conquering of Paris. Yeah. During this stalemate, living conditions and food supplies were horrible. There's a famous urban legend, that's probably cap, but it's funny, so hop off, that tells of a Russian soldier who saw a chicken just hanging out one day. He got so excited at the prospect of real food that he captured it and got ready to cook it. But he didn't have anything to start a fire with. So this genius pulls out a grenade and tries to cook the chicken using the explosion from the grenade. I think it went something like this.
Hey man, I think this one's a dud. It didn't work.
In November, the Russians began Operation Uranus, which was their massive counteroffensive against the Germans. And, as they say, everybody gangsta till the Russian winter hits. And with some help from the weather and a whole lot of troops, soon enough, the Russians were able to break the stalemate and began to gain some ground. The Russians pulled multiple encircling moves around the remaining Axis soldiers, surrounded them, and forced their surrender. The German defeat in this battle showed that they weren't invincible, and soon after, the Soviets began to push back to Berlin. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was able to help you to understand the Battle of Stalingrad a little bit better, and to have a couple laughs along the way. This is Not Quite History, and I'll see you next time.